Don't you follow me, Ricky Bobby.
Damn. There we go.
Okay, there we are. All right, let's kick it off like we normally do, Joey.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Not appropriate.
And welcome, one and all, back to another edition of the That Comedy Podcast. I'm your host, DJ Marcus. You're joining me live from the That Comedy Studios, but I'm not alone. I thought he'd be out in the streets. Well, look, the streets gave him back to me. I'm here with my boy, Joey LaFar. Well, Joe, say hello to people.
I moved some things around so I could be here. I just felt it was more appropriate. However, I am over this. I feel like that guy on Home Improvement that was behind the fence. Newsom, whatever. What was his name? Newwood? Floyd?
It's Floyd. As far as I was concerned, his damn name was Floyd.
I was just going through the random neighbors from all TV shows.
Man, what's going on, fellas? Welcome to the new incarnation of the That Comedy Podcast. Strictly Instagram living. And then we're gonna do different shit, man. It is definitely a pleasure, Joey LaFar, to be back.
That is to say, we are only going to be live on Instagram, but we'll still be available at all your old networks.
Oh yeah, definitely. We're not gonna give up the other platforms. We're moving in the best direction possible.
There.
You know how much money I spent on that shit, Joey? It's a pop filter.
I'm sorry,
Dirty
but
pop.
I don't pop because I know how to use a microphone.
Well, true. That is highly possible, Joey.
I'm a professional microphone user, if I am nothing else.
All right, so it is right now 8:44 on the East Coast. On a Monday, February 13th, 2023.
Why do you sound like an old newsreel?
A day that will live in infamy.
September 7th, 1941.
Hit that echo coming from your phone.
It emphasized it more, didn't it? I'll have to turn that off. Let's get that out of here. We're just trying to get it all the way right.
Wait, am I professional through Joey? Yeah,
it won't let me. It won't let me turn off the volume all the way.
Joey's a slight mic professional. He likes having big black things near his lips. I've known him for years. It's okay. It's okay, Joey. You can admit it. It's 2023.
Things happen.
Let your freak.
What's going on, D-Sharp? What's going on, CJ?
Yeah, man.
Did I see Miss Sylvia in here earlier?
I think she did. I think she popped in.
Oh, she already left. I was gonna say hi.
Oh, you know what we're gonna do?
Juno, what's up, man?
We got to kick off the show, right? I
like this. I can actually we can actually see people instead of wondering if people are actually watching.
Yeah, that's true.
This is much better. What's going on, Aaron Patrick? What's going on, man? I ain't seen you in a minute, man.
All right, Joe, you can't talk to the audience instead of talking to me.
Well, I gotta greet them as they come in.
It's two people on the show.
All right. Where did you invite Candyce? You know we had.
I did. I invited Candyce. She said she can't join.
Oh.
Well, it said Candyce cannot join. Did not accept your join request.
Okay.
So I don't know what that means. Either she is not joining or she'll see that I'm live pop up on her phone.
Let me see if I can log in on my computer and message her there to say, "Hey, we are actually on now. Stop bullshitting."
Thank you. But yeah, man, it's been a long time since it's been on the air, Joey.
And it's the first time we've been on the air this way.
Okay, I'll let him greet you all. I apologize to the audience. The
Yep.
audience has spoken, Joey.
Thank you, 1906 Alpha.
Well, welcome 1906 Alpha to the Comedy Podcast. You are a new member of the family. Hey, Joey, it's been a long time, man. When's the last time we did a show? When was the last time?
I think November. I'm pretty sure it was November.
November's last time.
I think it was before Headliners Only.
Yeah.
And we were teasing this big show with all these headliners, and then we just disappeared. We never told anybody what happened.
Okay, cool.
I appreciate you following me, my
man. We so how did Headliners Only go for you, Joey?
I thought it went quite well. It went so well that we are doing it again in 2 weeks or less than 2 weeks.
That's right. Headliners Only Part 2 is coming up. It was at the 20th?
25th.
25th. So 2 weeks then.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Saturday
the 25th at McGinty's Public House in downtown Silver Spring. Come on out. Comedy Shows Near Me is putting on another exciting show. They are the Comedy Podcast's new overlords, as I stated in our pre-show announcements.
Yeah, you keep mentioning that.
Yeah, they bought the rights to Comedy. I was able to buy a new home. And rent out the Comedy studio to a very nice Hispanic family. I want them to live in peace and feliz cumpleaños. Aquí. That's how I feel about that, Joey.
What does any of that mean?
Huh? It means Happy New Year, I guess. I don't know. It means Merry Christmas or Happy New Year. I don't know. They say it at Christmas time to each other. So I took it as such.
I can't actually remember my Instagram password, so I can't log in on my computer.
Okay, you're the fucking worst. How are you the tech-tardedest person I've ever met?
Woohoo! Dot comedy.
Why are you wearing a Comedy T-shirt?
Because it's the renewal. It's the new. We're celebrating the rebirth of
the afterbirth
podcast on a new network, and I wanted to be appropriately celebrating our old logo for the new show, for the old show, for the new podcast, something like that.
Okay. Did you read the notes that Comedy Shows Near Me sent us?
I was not aware we were given notes.
They gave us some. Cumpleaños' birthday. Okay, cool.
I'm glad this is nice. We have
multicultural listeners.
We get fact checked now. This is awesome. I love it.
Yeah, they sent us down.
It's not just me and you in a room, but I have to guess.
Guess if I'm right or not. Oh, that's gonna suck. So I'm wrong a lot. But yeah, the Comedy Shows Near Me team sent us down some things they don't want us to do anymore on the Comedy Podcast.
Such as?
Number one was no more nude shows.
What?
They said there was an episode where your nipples were hard. The entire episode, they considered that nudity. They want to keep the studio at least 70 degrees.
Is that why?
To keep your profanity down, to keep your nudity down. Why are you scratching your head, Joey?
So you're saying that the reason that I'm cooking right now is because somebody complained about our old podcast on our old network, on our old account that isn't an account anymore.
Yeah, they complained, Joey.
What's going on, Corleone?
So we had to change some things up, man. But yes, so number 2 on the list was a immense decrease in profanity.
That's not possible.
Okay, they said
I won't sign that.
Well, it was kind of parentheses with "do what you can." We understand, and so I was like, okay, cool. That I'm good with people who are understanding. So then number 3 was we need to have at least one guest per week pop in and tell us the weather where they are.
Let's see who we got. Bring in Corleone. Let's see what the weather's like where Corleone is.
Okay. Let's see. This is getting what the overlords want. I told you during the promo, Joey.
I only can make certain things. Yeah, No, I know you only see me. I'm only usually on her show.
Yeah, that's right. Those are Joey's other black friends. I'm his first black friend. I've been his black friend for longer than anybody. I was there when Joey was still a white guy. I was there before Joey was Italian. Like when Joey didn't know what he was just sweating and greasy all the time, and he didn't understand quite why.
Exactly, CJ. I can't. I might have to cuss people out any point in time. I can't. I'm hot in here. I'm gonna curse.
Okay. Hey, don't curse at me.
If my underboob's sweating, someone's catching these words.
Corleone sent the request to be on your live.
Yeah, you want to grant that?
I have to view.
Sorry, y'all. We're still learning how to host Instagram Live.
I hit join, and then I hit the accept. There we go. Okay.
What's good?
Did he join up? There he is.
Hey.
Good,
hey, how you doing?
What's good? What's good? Cool.
How you doing, man?
Thanks for having me on.
It's not coming through.
Cool.
Let's see if I got turned up.
So,
yeah, you need to bring them up. I can't hear him.
I'm trying to be professional. Yeah,
Oh.
Been working on that. Okay.
Sorry, we're working through some technical issues.
Yeah. Man, all
right.
Thanks for having me.
Corleone, you are the first guest on season 6 of the .comedy podcast. The first question we have to ask you is,
can I cut?
what's the weather like where you are?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say yes.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
It's cold
as shit.
See, we're even we're doing a net zero thing with the overlords. Like they're going to give us certain things, and we're going to meet them halfway so they don't fire us. But we're never going to do that thing where we make all their demands because that just makes us upset and makes us bitches. So we're not going to do that.
All right.
I can't figure out how to get that on there, Joey. Joey won't be all this cool new equipment.
Well,
all right. Give me the second question. It's cold as shit out here. I'm on the Maryland side right now. It's cold as shit. Button up if you're out Maryland. Put your motherfucking nipples on and all that shit. It's cold.
So you got any shows coming up?
I don't know what they doing. Yeah. We banging. Give me a second. It's the end of the month, right? No, it's the middle of the month. So we got you coming up, Joey. In a month. The trip to Philly for Feisty Roast movie premiere.
That's in March.
The regular rooms. Yeah, the regular rooms in the city. That's all. And some mics and wait.
Okay.
Oh hey, y'all.
Shitty.
Free to be booked. Yeah, but I post everything in my story and stuff on my page for all the shows and stuff. So ain't hard to find. I'm high shit right now, but I think I do got something this week. We might be riding up Baltimore this week. Matter of fact.
Okay. Well, we are looking forward to having you at comedy shows near me on, I believe it's the 23rd. That's
the 23rd. Can't wait to host that. Yeah. I think y'all putting on a great show with that too, man. Just the support you're getting around the DMV with it. Y'all keep pushing it. Y'all know it's comics needed. Any place we can go home for a second.
We're trying.
Just keep pushing it, Yeah. Now the support been great. One thing I can say about the room, Joey, and the comics talk about it, when we get there, it's a ready crowd. And we just ready to perform. Y'all line the comics up right. The waves get good, it builds up. The clothes act like headliners, so that's a good thing. And how y'all rolling the open mics, that's just give you the good professionalism just to watch people doing straight time and how you got to chop it to do the open mic, so you're getting the best of both worlds. And then you get to pick from the ladder, people that's working hard on the open mics and get them ready for a show. So just your mindset on how y'all got the show is beautiful, and just keep that shit going.
Definitely.
Damo was good. Shout out to my homie Damo. That's the one band singing. Me singing for the one band. My girl actually shout out to some of my folks out on. They say I'm the first guest on season 6.
And we do our season by whenever we start a new platform.
Yes.
You got
Whenever we switch networks, that's when the new season starts.
Yeah.
Yeah. You better know it. Yeah. All right, whatever questions I got, come on.
Yeah, because Corleone hasn't been on with us before, Marcus.
He hasn't been on.
When?
No, he hasn't been on.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
Yeah, I've been on. No, I haven't been on.
Okay, well, here's how we'll start.
I can't.
Welcome from me, the non-comedian in the room, because again, Joey has done this fun thing, and he's amassed a wealth of black people in his circle. So Corleone, have you hung out with Joey before?
Man, I hang out with Joey in these rooms. Joey be surprised, and then Joey done hit some VA rooms together and all that. It took me a minute to like remember Joey's name because to me, all white guys looking like, especially on the comics, but I remember them from their jokes. And so Joey,
I know. You probably thought I was that guy that took the axes and jumped off that ice cliff into that water hole that's going around the internet.
You know, Joey got all the looks. But yeah, man, it's always been always respecting the game, Joey, and we built a nice network of comics, and a great centerpiece of what we trying to put together. Our voices got to be heard. That's the main thing.
Awesome, man. So where do you usually perform in the Virginia area?
DC,
okay.
Maryland, and Virginia. But slide up Baltimore, and since COVID, that's the only thing that really shut everything down that people ain't been really moving. But shoot, my branch is trying to get out the country right now. Yeah, I'm clapping Canada real quick. Drake came down here and made all them billions. I'm trying to go up there and make some. They got the Queens money up there. They go off the euro up there. Joey, you would know. You know about all the currency around the planet.
I have no idea. I'm not good with currencies.
Joey. No.
Yeah.
Have to look that one up.
I'm terrible with money. That's that's how you know I'm not Jewish.
Oh God! Oh yeah, you got nigga. You got
you have no idea how many times I've had to play the hey, there's $1 left in here. Let me get this full tank of gas.
Oh man. Nah, you got overdraft. Come on, don't forget about the overdraft. You got like $12 left, $13 with that one, and $12 overdraft. You good? You get some gas. Yeah, no, you know how it is. We starving artists. That's one thing about the comedy game. It's starving artists. We like painters and boxers. You got to put your best on to compete with the best. So, and one thing about stand-up comedy, we can't let it be a down art form because of social media. Everything's funny on social media because it's so instant. It don't stick with you. The art of comedy is what can we leave with these people while we out there telling them jokes to take home with them, but they be talking about our jokes at work because they only gonna talk about one comedian when they at work. They went to see 5, might have seen 10, but if you the comedian and they talked about over the headliner, that's when you know you're on your way. So, that's what we at in life. Me headliners, we get a chance to close. We get, we're in a position that people God hearing our voices, but when it's time to really move, we gotta be ready. That's all it is. That's
the crazy part is
it's one of the hardest
the whole art of joke telling is getting like sidestepped by social media. So like just the conceptually, like if I tell you a joke, I have to transfer my understanding of all the pieces that make that joke function. The premise, the punchline, everything in between, the tags, everything, right? Whereas if I just send a post up, everything's right there in front of you. The words, the pictures, the image, the feeling, the emotions. We don't have to reconstruct it.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, that's where I was like kind of lost on the internet comedians versus stage comedians. Because again, I'm not a comedian, so I more or less watch and go, why y'all had such beef with the internet guys? They just out there.
I mean, I don't.
Because clubs will go, oh, they got a following.
I understand. Yeah, See, one thing about the internet is everything's changing. So of course the art form is gonna change to comedy because it's instant with that. You don't have to be that funny. You just gotta be consistent on the internet. And that's one thing about comedy. You gotta be consistent. And after a few years, the open mics don't hit the same when you can't get booked like it is, and they go into the internet booking comics because you gotta follow them, because you got this. So it's just, we gotta adapt too. That's all it's about. If we can't move and adapt, we'll stay stable. The comedy clubs are not packed like they used to be. Like I said, COVID stepped a lot of things back for live performances, and music will always hold this form because people will come out to see live music or a DJ. But comedy is just building its way back, and it's on the backs of a lot of comics that's already established to reach down and be like, all right, man, let's get the gigs back rolling. It ain't just about me, man. There's something going on with our art form. So, because the ones that got it, they're going to the internet too. And whatever, are they going?
There's such a weird,
I don't know,
thing going on with okay, you have. Comedy has always been cliquish, right? There's always been, you have to kind of be part of a group that has a platform to get anywhere. You either need to have that so you can have it as a commodity so you can trade it, or so you can put yourself on. And then now they've compounded that with these clubs already had that going, but now they can't even lean on those because that's how a lot of people who weren't that good quality got into their system.
Got into it, and been controlling shit too. Not at work.
So then you compound that by it's post COVID. We can't get by with those people who are mid that were filling up those slots. So now they have to go and find some other way to get people in the door. And the people who really have the skill, that really been in the game for a long time, that are really elite at this, they've already cashed in the hey, come out and see me. Or they already have their own production. There's certain people I will book on a show, and I know that they produce their own stuff, and I'm not going to be mad if they don't share a flyer. With how many people? Are they going to really push that hard to get people to come see them perform on my show, or come see them perform on their own show where they're going to make more money? Because I can only offer them a piece of the pie. I can't offer them their whole pie, versus their whole pie.
Their whole pie, and
right?
Take a slice.
So,
that's not
right,
that's
and that's just being understanding of what the platform is. So, but then you run into, but a club can't, club needs people to get butts and seats. They need bodies, and they're trying to rely on this clout they have to get comics to hey, you're on the Improv, you're on the Magoobies, you need to bring everybody out for this because this is the big deal.
Come on now, we need the support.
But again, that's if I go and do a set at whatever club, and I produce my own stuff, why would I get everybody I know to come see me perform at your venue, so you can pay me $20 and charge them $40? And then I can come back and come in my own show. I can guarantee the quality of the show, and I can and then that money comes back to me to support me. Yeah,
right in your pocket. Yeah, so I mean, they try to overstress us out here, and
they are concerned about that, Alpha. But I don't think that's what defines the cliquishness. People are very quick to and we're protective. Of course we're protective of our jokes, because how long does it take? How many open mics did you have to go to? Travel time, sit there, listen to a bunch of people who haven't been doing comedy for 2 seconds, deal with people telling you that, how many people you tell you're a comic that tell you, what I would think could be funny, and then they tell you to put it in your skits, all that stuff that you're just carrying around just so that one joke is ready for that real 5-minute set. And it takes months to build that 5 minutes, months, years, depending upon how long you've been in it. The longer you've been in it, hopefully that time frame is shorter. But the hours and time and effort you put into it, and then to have someone steal it, it's not that they're stealing one punchline. They're stealing hours of your life that you can't get back.
Years of time you putting in.
What's going on, Roundunish?
Yeah.
I mean, hey, I understand joke thievery. We had the same thing in the DJ world. If I spin certain songs during my set, I don't want the DJ coming behind me, who's me too, to spin those same songs in their set because I'm the only DJ.
Your literally job is playing other people's work. Literally.
Nah, but it's an art to it. See, this one thing I just heard some DJ talking about, and it's crazy you said that it's crazy that the DJ can be sitting there just moving, working them records, and then don't even halfway look at the crate and feel the record that they going to and mix. It's an art form to it, man. So, it's just like our jokes. Somebody get up there and you got the crowd rocking with your set. And I really don't like it. It ain't get away with some hosts, but when they get up and piggyback off your joke to boost the crowd, no, let my joke finish that off and you boost them and, give them his props. Y'all, Corleone the comedian, great set, man, and bring the next comment. Don't piggyback off my joke, especially when you ain't been funny all day. You need them comments to, now you a host, have your shit ready. Come on now, your job should get easier at that position. So, it's a lot of things. I give DJs respect because I've given DJ a shot at trying to do it. And I was the computer DJ. Once he taught me how to save everything, then I learned how to play with the mixer, but I ain't there touching no records. I wasn't sketching.
Vinyl scratching is a whole different type of confusion. Yeah. I've attempted vinyl scratching previously. I feel the digital platform works now for 2023 because right now, instead of turning around like 15 crates of vinyl, I got all the vinyl you ever have in my computer in the 10,000 songs that are on my computer.
But it's not as warm sounding or whatever else audio files say.
That sounds stupid. I just want anyone who actually listens to vinyl to know that sounds really stupid. Vinyl does not sound warm.
Warm harmonics.
Vinyl sounds bad. I want people to understand.
Now, without the right speaking equipment and equalizers, you ain't gonna get that great sound like you did back in the day with vinyl. Yeah,
you gotta have the equipment to make it work.
You go out here into a pawn shop. You go to a pawn shop and get the shopping around for some equalizers and all. Oh yeah, you hit the party rocking.
I have so many warped records I got from a thrift shop for $1.
Why'd you get them from thrift shop?
Because they were $1. And
he just got them for the covers for real. He know they don't play some shit. And we play the middle song. All that shit on the edge. All that shit fucked up. All that shit sound like T-Pain when you get to start the record from the beginning.
Oh man! And so we talked about comics and how and just the perception of comedy as it is now. Where do you see comedy moving as an avenue in the future?
With comedy now, just being out on the scene and still working and being around a lot of the veteran comics, because I'm 14 years in the game, I'm proud of it, and I know I ain't learned shit. That's what I say. It feel like I'm in shit just going to the 7th grade of this shit right here. But just understand there's still a fire burning for comics. Comics still out here trying to find their voice, trying to find their audience, trying to find their lanes. A lot of comics are coming together and learning how to make it into a business now, and that's one thing I can give the internet props on. That is really turning us into entrepreneurs versus us begging for our money at the end of the night. If I don't get half now and the half, see, I got a rule: give me half my money now and my other half right before I touch that mic. I don't care if you cash out of me, bring me this brown bag, the envelope, put it under my drink and send a waitress over. Just give me my money.
What's up, Alex? What's up, Derek? Skip.
And we cool. I'm gonna say this much. What's good,
Finally,
Jack?
she found us. It's a miracle.
Okay, man.
Let's see here. See if I can.
Hey, Kandyce.
She doesn't want to join.
Yeah. What's up, man? But yeah, man, I feel comedy is in a strong spot right now. We just, need to support more we need to support from the fans. We need true comedy lovers to come out again, in all aspects. Come out to the open mics because we need it. We don't need y'all to come out like it's our main show, but just, if you're invited, just, man, stop telling the comics you're going to come out.
Stop this sending us, like things about the comedy club you saw an ad for. Like, we don't know. Like, we haven't worked in the game and know the game.
We see everything.
I know about that little room in that Mexican restaurant where they try to do comedy.
Right.
It's not. Stop it. Stop the nonsense.
Come on now. Taco Tuesdays. Look, Taco Tuesdays. Jokes.
That's not a comedy club. That's a comedy banner in the shop.
They got the cheese hats, sombreros. Man, I've done comedy everywhere in these last 14 years. I did comedy in the boxing ring, on the yacht, people's backyard. I almost seen the backyard get set on fire when the grill blew up. Yeah, I done did some shit for a little bit of cash. I need some good work out here now, but it's all in the journey. I love the journey. I love the comics. I meet everybody. My brother and sister, the family in this game. There's no competition when it comes to me because can't nobody compete with me being me. And that's all I'm here to do is, represent my voice, build a brand, and whoever coming along, man, let's get it. I'm great. I work well with everybody because you guess what? In this game, you can't do it by yourself. You got to be able to jump in certain lineups, know certain crowds, and be hooking up with great people that's, just want to see you succeed. And that's all, not just comedy. That's not all aspects of life.
You know what comedy needs? Comedy needs producers to stop trying to sell open mics as shows. I'm so sick of that shit.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Like, stop it.
Joey, hold on a second, Joey.
Yeah.
Before you go down that road, that's what we did.
And we were wrong and we stopped.
No, we were wrong and broke.
Yeah, you got
that is different. We got broke doing that. That's fundamentally different.
Yeah, it's time consuming,
We never sold it though. We weren't selling tickets to it. We never did that bullshit. That's what I'm talking about.
I mean, but it has to have a professional look. That's one thing with anything we do, especially the open mics, because that's the hardest draw to get audiences to come to. So, I mean, we just got to take the open mics as serious as you do a show, and that counts for all the comics.
If there's a ticket charge, then
get it.
You should know who the lineup is before the show happens. Those comics should be paid, and you can't be doing this night of 1,000 comics thing. You can't beat comics over the head with it.
Unless you're having something like a tournament,
Chuck, what's up, bro?
Off or something like that. Yeah, or unless you got a room full of comics or something like that, no audience like that. But we just got to clean it up. We got to clean up a lot of things. We got to clean up the respect that comics need to do their own material. You sit back and write their own material or ask for help from other comics. You like, shit, my jokes ain't that funny. Help me the fuck out. Help me.
There she is.
There she is.
Hello,
hey,
how are you?
Why are your teeth so white?
Cool.
Weird.
Cause they supposed to be white. Don't do it like that. Don't do it. We got to catch up.
You look great.
You look healthy.
You do look great. I'm not saying she don't look good.
Especially compared to us right now.
Schlubby as hell.
We look like we've been on an episode of The Last of Us. And
we're The Last of Us.
I'm like, just got out of the shower. And I was like, I saw your message. Like, are you joining? Okay. I'm like, I guess I am. But talk about this, do not market an open mic as a show. I talked to you guys about this. There's here in Florida, they do this thing where they charge $5 for entry. And that's everybody. The comics, the audience, whoever's walking in the door has to pay $5 for entry. And then the comics go up, show up, sign up. And I'm like, why am I paying to you? I am what you're selling. You are marketing this as a comedy show. If I didn't show up to tell jokes, you wouldn't have a reason to take a cover at all. So why are you charging the comics We are the product.
Yep.
I hate shows like that. That's
I
man.
won't do them.
Because I'm just like, this is robbery. This is exploitation.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Keep that same energy about these comedy clubs that do these bringer fucking competition bullshits that you have to bring 4 people just to show up and get on the lineup. It's a competition.
That's a little bit different because there's usually a cash prize or bookings with the show, which will be paid bookings that are on the line there. So it's more of an audition there, and they're saying,
like an unpaid showcase.
Kandyce, if I got to bring 4 people, they all got to pay $15.
Plus a 2-drink minimum.
Right, plus the 2-drink minimum. That's like you got $100 to perform.
So that's like $30.
To just try.
Yeah.
That's fuck that. Fuck application fees for festivals. It's all the same thing.
Yeah.
No, see, these things are very different. Application fees, it costs a lot to put on a festival. They have to pay somebody to look through all those submissions and pick people. They have to, you know what I'm saying? So when you're paying a fee for a festival, that's legitimate, right? They need to use that money to put the festival on, or at least to help put the festival on. Also, when you do bringer shows for a comedy club, it usually has some large cash prize, or you get paid bookings with the club thereafter. So it's like,
yeah, but you're not guaranteed that.
They're charging you for the opportunity.
Yeah, but they're also that's not, because that's the gatekeep to even get into the competition.
Right.
Yeah. But that's more like a filter to see who's the competition.
But it's not a filter. If I like, I'm better than half the people that enter that. I can't enter because I can't get 4 people to come. Then it's not a real competition.
But the club also
don't tell me
runs
it's about the competition.
Hold on. The club also runs on how many butts you can put in the seat. So if you can't get 4 people to come and see you, you definitely can't fill the club, right? So they're like, how many
nobody can fill the clubs that do comedy competition.
Joey has a lot of hateration in his body.
It's trash.
Because
it's still trash. It's still a brilliant show. Stop pretending it's not.
Joey, it's okay. It's okay. We love you here on the Dot Comedy Podcast. All your comic black friends, they love you. Don't take it personal, Joey.
It's a valid point.
I'm not taking it personal. I'm saying it's stupid and they should be eradicated because it's bullshit.
You want to
charge my friends to see me when I could charge them to see me. Why would I bring them to your place?
That's also true.
It's bullshit.
I feel like if you were putting on a festival, you would have to charge applicants. Because I mean, it's a very big expense. Marketing for that, getting into venues, getting somebody even to watch the submissions, all of that costs money.
The festival thing, I think you may have a point, but the club, I don't have any sympathy for.
The club, I understand what you're saying with the club, but hold on, you got cities like New York that pretty much bring crowds in the club, so I understand that the $5 wouldn't hurt. Now, $5 would be great for open mics. If you intend on playing in comics, but you'll have to have a cutoff limit. You'll have to have 10 comics. And, they got to be promoted. Like I said, any club can sell, any club can pack. It's all in the promotion, if anything. They don't, people won't come out to
I haven't been to that open mic since I found that out. Because I'm just like, it's the principle of the thing. You are charging at the door for a comedy show. Without comics, you don't have anything to charge for. So why does the comic also have to pay $5 to get it? You can't
here's the problem.
$5. That's it. Take that out. Comics should not have to pay.
And here's the problem with that even more so, right? Like, if you're charging $5 to go see an open mic, people paid money to go see an open mic where you have very limited control over what they're going to see. And now people will say, "Oh, I've been to a comedy show once at one of these places." They don't trust anything but the club.
Yeah.
You're putting more emphasis back on the club because they can't trust what they're going to see outside of it. And there's such a fickle market for comedy, like for stand-up comedy. It's hard enough to get. We have a few fans, like a few real fans of the game. There are so many more people that'll casually go and say, "This was nice. I'll do it again sometime."
Yeah.
How soon is all based on the quality they see when they go out.
Right. And not only are you at an open mic, not only are you charging people for what may or may not be quality, but it's also a marathon. They got to sit there through like 26 people. Because if you are charging at the door, charging comics and audience, you're not turning anybody away. So every time a comic shows up and has their $5 is going up. So that is like, it's like 25 people long, and you just got to sit through it.
Holding people
hostage. And open mics are supposed to be workout rooms, right? You're going there, you're trying to jokes, you're working on your power. Exactly. So why are you charging somebody for that?
Usually the best you'll get at an open mic is someone's warming up for something and they run through their best stuff just because they need a they want to just have that extra.
Freshen up and fit jokes in.
They're working on their half an hour or whatever. They have another little 5 minutes that they wrote. But again, it's still a workout room.
Right. And think about how many comics that we know, like even some of the people in this live right now, that are really talented, that are hilarious, but aren't household everyday names, and no one's gonna know their name if you put them on a flyer. Anyway.
Not getting booked enough. Not getting booked enough. Not getting booked enough. Now that's what we need to figure out. That's what we need to understand. Is how can we make a spider web of comics that's not well known outside of their cities, but the cities can vouch for them, that they come out and support, that they do enough shows that I've seen these 5 comics, I've seen these 10 comics, and this show, and put the cities together, because that's one thing I'm not saying it's not enough, and we're trying our best to do it with Baltimore. We from DC, and Baltimore always had a back and forth and beating, but we found a great network of comics, and shout out to my homie Chuck. Had to move comics like Chuck had to move from DC up to Baltimore.
Chuck really has been the connect.
And see, it's the same bullshit up there, down here, down the road, up the road, across the country. It's gonna be the same bullshit. It's just who you are. We can get out here and put the network together.
We gotta,
meet good comics.
when someone's talking, because there's an echo. So like if you're not speaking, if you mute, it'll.
I'm on.
Yeah, you getting echoes. I think all this echo. It's all on us. But it's all on us. We got to work as a network, like I said. And like I said, that's what the internet does help. It brought more people together than anything. We could have never came like this together. And back in the day, I can't even imagine what the veterans I came up under had to go through in the early '90s. Trying to get on, but they made it. They made it to Def Jam. They made it to Comic View. They made it to, and they made it to me meeting them and them telling me keep going that way because you can end up there one day too. So, our pathways are set different now. We got it a little easier with the internet. We can promote ourselves, but what are you putting out there? It's the same thing if you were on stage, and then now our faces out to millions of people at a time. We got a chance to really. Who are you? What do you do? Are you really funny? So, that's why a lot of comics I've seen now just get away from being funny and just naturally be their self. And that sells more than anything. So, and that's what people really pay to see. And that's what a lot of the great comics that stick with us, we got to really feel them personally. And some aspects of their life we can relate to that, that sticks with us, and that's the art of comedy. What can I do in this conversation up here of laughter with this crowd, no matter mindset they're in, to bring them into my world real quick, ease their pains. We forget that we're therapy when we up there, so and we tend to take it personally. Out of every art form, we shouldn't take shit personal, but we do because we have emotions too. We're driven off tragedy. The other side of comedy is tragedy. If you can't turn your tragedy into comedy, it's time to give it up.
that's where that tragedy like comes back full circle, right? Like it's like I'm willing to make my tragedy into comedy over time, but when someone disrespects that process, my trauma still is getting called back to me. Like that's where that's where that personal part of it comes, right? It's that I went through shit to get to this joke. That's why it's not cool for you to steal it.
Yeah, I get this part.
Yeah, somebody called somebody out today online about joke stealing. I'm not going to say any names.
And
today?
They should.
Today.
They should.
Or I don't know if it was today, but today is when I saw the clip.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it don't matter.
Yeah, it was and it was on the DC Baltimore scene.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
If you see somebody stealing your joke,
absolutely. Now, definitely, joke stealing is the cardinal sin in comedy. So I completely understand, and joke thieves should be exposed. But this particular thing, it didn't seem like
expelled.
Exposed and expelled, absolutely. But this did not seem like a thievery type of situation. It just seemed like a very common topic and concept, and then two people talked about it and said two different things, but they were similar. It didn't seem like a joke thief type of situation. It's like a concept like if you and I
have first-hand knowledge on it. It was a joke thief situation because the person that stole it said something to the person of I like that joke on a couple of times when they heard them hitting that joke over the years, and then
that was
came
kind
out
of
the cut with
point
the joke.
Of the post it's not going to look like it, right? Like it's the and I to your point, Kandyce, like when I first saw it, I had the same questions. I was like, okay, the premise is exactly the same, okay, but can you own a premise like that?
No.
Now where it gets complicated is when the two people know each other, are on shows with each other, and
seeing the joke. One scene hit the other person hit the joke. And confirm to the person.
Yeah, and when someone has the skill to paraphrase at that level, like that's the thing is like
manipulate your joke. Look.
Wow.
Like sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, I just think that I have heard queer female comics do that topic a million different times, a million different ways. That same topic that. Lesbian relationships move quickly. So it didn't seem to me like a joke thief situation, but you guys are giving me more inside information. But
that's the part that like is hard to and it sucks. It sucks to see because you don't want. No one likes to see this type of stuff. Like it's not, especially when it's not necessary.
Right. Interesting.
You know what I didn't
I didn't know this background information that y'all are giving me. Because at first I thought, this is harmless. This is not even the same thing. They're just talking about the same topic. That's how it came across to me.
You know what I didn't like to see?
What did you like to see?
I didn't like to see you performing my jokes on stage and saying they were your own.
When did that happen?
I'm here to tell everyone. Joey has stolen his entire set from me. I'm here
because Marcus is off-white and grew up in PG County.
I wore a pair of off-whites. Joey took that on himself, and then he took my joke that I was saying about growing up in DC, and then he turned it on.
If you're ghostwriting for Joey, that's not the same as him stealing your jokes. That's a different concept.
Then he need to pay me. Fuck that. He didn't pay me. He didn't pay you. He ain't pay me. That's the problem.
Name one joke that I do that you wrote.
He said he didn't get
all
paid
of them,
for
Joey.
Yet. He's still telling them he didn't get paid for them yet. He said, you get it.
He said, I own these jokes till I get paid.
If you wrote it, recite.
Yeah, you gotta bust the IOUs.
I will pay you if you can recite one single of my jokes word for word.
Let's see.
If you wrote it, you should be able to do that.
I can't recite it word for word because you took the premise of my joke. Growing up as
not a story exchanging.
As a young white man in PG County, I grew up different. I don't understand why everybody seems not see this but me. But Joey, you know you did it. Fuck
That was a joke?
Fuck you, Joey.
Ow. Fuck, dude.
I hit you. My bad.
Right in the fucking mouth. The fuck was that?
It was a keychain. You okay?
Ow. Fuck.
I love him anyway.
Yo,
Wait,
I'm gonna have a fat lip
threw
tomorrow.
something
I have
at
to
him?
perform.
What
Yeah,
happened?
of course I
Yes,
did.
he legitimately threw
Yeah.
something at it. I've been
they
assaulted.
get violent. It's season 6, Kandyce. They get the fighting in the studio. It's
Going
Throw a
back,
chair.
I'll
Somebody
give you
throw a
an open
chair.
though.
You threw this heavy
Yeah.
ass. He threw
They
this
gonna throw the
heavy ass
shit in there.
coin thing at me.
Wow. Is that somebody's
Oh,
10-year
goddamn.
sobriety
You
chip?
trying
What
to
is
take one
that?
of your eyes out.
Yeah, that's my 10-year. That's my 10-year working for a
Security.
company I hated, Chip. Okay.
Good for you.
Joey, I apologize. Well, I quit, so I thank you even more. I quit right after I got that chip. Anyway,
Oh, man.
I apologize.
Not to
Joey.
picture the situation, Marcus. Thank you for your years of service, and you were like, "Fuck y'all."
Man. Say, fuck y'all.
I'm out.
Years of service. I'm out. I'm living my dream. DJing this shit. Fuck.
Did you leave and come back, Joey? Did
It's
you,
all right.
Yeah, to check for blood.
did you just go and reset, Joey? I told you I apologize.
He said that's only happy like an Olympic medal. He said, oh, God damn.
Are you angry, Joey?
Wait,
We'll deal with it later.
you guys
You gonna fight me in the studio? We fought before.
really
Oh yeah, me and Joey fight all the time.
like this fight?
They look like they food fight all the time. They look like they just start throwing fast food at each other. Come on, fuck you, man.
I didn't mean to hit you in the lip, Joey. I meant to hit you in your chest. You
All
okay?
great fans fight.
Are you okay?
I'm annoyed.
Of course you are.
They give you the
I know he is,
white
and
boy
that's the
silent
thing about the
treatment.
podcast. That's what makes it so much more interesting because Joey gets angry at me and he gets quiet. I get angry at him and I get loud.
Quiet as shit. You can get all your shit off.
Go ahead, Joey.
You can get all your shit off.
Say what's on your mind.
That's okay.
Go ahead now. He's
It's
going to
okay.
have a 10-minute rant. You know how Joey go. Look.
I'm waiting for it, Joey.
I'm gonna
man.
collect my thoughts and wait till I could express them appropriately.
Lisping?
That's how you
Is
do
your
it.
lip swollen? It sounds like you got a lisp now.
A little bit.
You aren't fucking that bad. Shut the fuck up.
Cover it up with some beard hair, Joey. Swoop your beard over like the bald dudes do.
Go-
Their hair,
go-
you know, they
I wouldn't be
Go in the
mad if I
freezer.
wasn't on a show tomorrow. Like that's the thing.
Get an
Like, I
ice
have
pack.
to perform tomorrow.
Get a nice pack so it doesn't swell.
It won't swell.
It'll be all right. It'll be all
Yeah,
right.
you'll be all right.
Joey,
Put a
it won't
steak on it.
It won't. And I guarantee it won't. Because I didn't throw it that hard.
They're throwing Olympic
I don't think
medals
you understand how heavy this motherfucking thing is. You
Hand
don't
it to
have to
me.
throw it hard.
Hand it to me.
Yeah. I told you.
Let's see it. Put
That's
it. Let me
Jackie
see the
trying to
back of
curse
it.
you
Put it
over
in the
that.
camera. It doesn't look
All right, here's
that. It
Yeah,
doesn't look that
That's
heavy.
the Owens.
It's heavy.
Nah,
It's a
heavy
whole
as shit. That's
keychain.
the
It's a
Owens
whole
medal.
metal coin. It's a solid metal thing.
it's not
Yeah.
solid.
Yes, it is.
I could break this if I tried.
That doesn't mean
Hey,
anything.
Joey, he just hit you with Jesse
that
Owens'
motherfucking
first
thing is dense.
Olympic medal. From 1936.
I know, right? Fucking.
I'm sorry, Joey. You accept my apology?
That thing weighs
Man,
more
Black
than this
History Month.
than this
This how
can.
you
This
treat
whole
it with Black
can
History Month.
weighs less than that.
Well, if you crush that can down to the size of this, yes, it will weigh the same thing.
No, it won't.
I guarantee it will. And this
Yeah.
isn't.
Does that thing weigh more or less than a $50?
It weighs about a $50.
Like the coin, the $50 coin?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
weighs about a $50.
It's that weight and size?
At least.
It's about a $50.
That's some weight on it.
That's how thick it is.
That's pretty big, Marcus. That's
Yeah, that's what thick.
yeah.
Don't make me feel bad. Fuck him. He'll be okay. The fuck?
Give me the
That's a
fucking
lot of
face.
metal to catch in the face. That's a lot of metal to
Right,
catch in the face.
right. And if you catch the side, it caught the side of
Yeah,
it too,
well.
so it was the full on a small surface.
Yikes.
When I
That's
threw it, okay. So here's the
Do it
athletic.
like a fucking ninja star.
Here's the athleticism of a black man. I didn't throw it like I was trying to throw a baseball. I threw it down. It was an arc down. I didn't know Joey was sitting that low.
Go to it.
I was throwing like this. Look at
You
my
should be
hand.
throwing shit in the studio.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. He's trying to
He tossed
explain
him like-
the arc of the pitch. Why did you throw it? Why did you throw it?
Uh-huh.
I have rage issues.
See, Marcus the type that going. Marcus going to the strip club with those clothes at the strippers.
So first he accused me of joke thievery. Then he assaulted me. You see that?
Yeah.
You're undergoing a lot of abuse
assault.
in that studio today, Joey.
I really am.
Man, y'all got to put a wall up.
Like a
Put a
cubicle.
glass up.
Here's the thing: there's a whole computer screen that's blocking him. He chose to throw this. He threw this thing at a computer screen.
No, I didn't. I threw over. It's
Fine,
different.
you threw it at my microphone.
No, I didn't. I threw it down to it so it hit your keyboard. It was
You
specifically
missed
placed.
the keyboard.
You were
entirely.
sitting too close to the desk. That's not my fucking fault.
Here's the other thing.
I didn't make you sit.
He's
that
a
close.
discus thrower. So any throwing of a
It
like
feels
any
like a
throwing
disc.
of any disc-shaped object should be illegal.
Yeah.
Illegal.
Yeah. He got the strong shoulders, Joey.
He did the spin. I saw the way his chair twisted.
You know what? That is true. I was wrong. I will say it here. I would say here and now. I was wrong. And I'm a man. I'm man enough to admit it, Joey.
That's why I don't believe you were inaccurate.
You got to.
I'm man enough to admit I was wrong in that, and I'm also man enough to admit Joey LaFaro here on episode 1, season 6 of the Dot Comedy Podcast.
Season
Joey
6.
LaFaro is not a joke thief.
Nah, he not. Nah.
Joey LaFaro is.
That's my guy.
Joey
right
LaFaro is probably one of the top funniest people I know, and I met a lot of funny people because of Joey.
Hello? Am I right here?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't say you for a reason.
Okay.
Because you make fun of me. I don't like people who make fun of me, Kandyce. Kandyce makes fun of me for being big, and I don't understand why.
Don't you got to call her Mrs. Candace now?
It is Mrs. Candace. Uh-huh.
Oh, Mrs. Candace.
Yeah.
Congratulations, by the way.
Yay.
Congratulations.
What's going on, Alabama?
Congratulations.
Are you telling people this? Because I remember you saying you didn't know.
The whole cake was
Alabama.
on Instagram the other day.
Oh, she posted the cake.
I wouldn't have said anything otherwise.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay. Did he switch
No,
the
we
face
didn't
of
do
the
that
cake?
part. We did like a little bit on the nose.
Okay.
Yeah, but we didn't do like.
On the
I didn't want to
nose.
do this.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't want to do it.
Oh.
Are you still on your honeymoon?
Okay.
No.
Yeah, you had
Oh,
that
we haven't
makeup.
even gone yet. We're going in
You
a
wanna
couple
mess up
weeks.
that makeup.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
awesome.
just back
We
at
are.
work this week, regular degular.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Go.
Stacking up that check. You got to stack
Yeah,
up
in a
that
So
couple
now
check.
you're Mrs. Regular Degular now. So it's a whole different vibe when you get to work now.
Yeah.
That's a whole different vibe after work and on
Yeah.
and on them work from home breaks.
And on them trips to DC.
Did you have to cut? Candace, did you have to cut off all your work? Look, Tom,
I didn't. I don't have any.
Jew John.
Mhm.
Okay. I guess that's how she was raised.
Oh man, but yes, definitely congratulations, Kandyce. Joey, when recap again? When was the last time we did a show? I keep thinking it was soon. I thought it was this year.
2 months, right?
I feel like it was. I'm relatively certain it was before. I think we did one in December, I think, and then we did a couple. We tried to do a couple like webisodes on Instagram.
Okay.
But that was more of a web series than it was an episode.
Did we miss anything that happened?
Our last full episode,
missed
I think,
many
was
things that happened.
before Christmas, right? With the 3 of us. I think that was before
Yeah.
Christmas.
Yeah, that was before
Yeah.
Christmas. I know we.
Yeah,
me
and
and
then
you,
we took
me and
the
you-
break.
me and Joey went live and talked about Deion Sanders.
Mhm.
That was our last.
Yeah.
That was our last post to Instagram, and then we went live. And I don't think the other one we didn't post, did it?
I don't know.
You guys, Rihanna.
I don't know because it was your
again.
live, and I don't know if you saved it.
I did.
Are
it.
you
I
are
hit
you excited about
save.
that?
Huh?
I said Rihanna's pregnant again.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, everybody
Congratulations.
knows.
Yeah, she
Oh,
got
you
pregnant
reported
by
that one.
10 dudes that were shaking their dicks
Super
at her.
Bowl.
That was the quickest
Okay.
pregnancy in the goddamn world.
I was.
They were dressed like semen.
They're just
Hey,
throwing
Marcus,
semen
they
at her.
dressed
She's
like
walking
semen.
down these damn aisles.
Wait, were they
code.
throwing semen or
Yeah.
were they the semen? Because that's
No, they were the semen. They were dancing semen.
they were out there. They were out there doing this.
She was the womb. Yeah, they just kept
Swimming
putting
toward
her.
her.
Remarkable is that her baby can't be more than like 9 or 10 months old. I mean,
Nah, she
yeah,
ain't wait to 6 to 8
I
weeks.
think
They
that
was
baby's
pumping.
like,
No,
yeah, that's
soon
what I'm
she rolled out the
saying. Because
hospital.
it can't be, it's definitely not a full year that she had that other baby. That baby's got to
No,
be like
no.
10 months
don't
old.
judge her life.
And she looking like she in
I
the
thought-
second trimester, so she about 5 months. They about to have a
I thought that was
gender
an
reveal.
excellent Super Bowl halftime Savage X Fenty commercial. Like it was an excellent marketing event.
It was fantastic.
Yeah.
Because it.
And
It
that
did.
entrance was fucking lit. A lot of people were talking shit, but like she went up
Yeah.
on a crane
No,
with a
that's
baby.
sweet. You fly, yeah. When you flying in the air, you can't top that. 50 was upside down last year. You can't top flying in the air.
And she
In red.
it looks like she's maybe like 5 months. You know what I mean? Like she's,
Yeah.
yeah,
5 months. I said
She good and pregnant.
They know if they have
No,
to be up there doing
Definitely.
acrobatics.
Someone said that she didn't have a guest, but I mean, clearly the baby. Like, right? This is
Right. I thought she was gonna bring Ye out when she started doing all of the lights. I was waiting.
I thought so.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nah,
I don't think no. Here's
Yeah,
the-
he's
I didn't
still
actually
at
think
Popeye.
she was gonna bring him out. I thought he was just
Just
gonna
gonna
like
Come
appear
out.
on a swing. Like he was gonna swing in like he's at the playground out of nowhere with a sock on his head.
I thought either Ye or Drake. I thought Drake might come out to do.
Hey, yeah, I'm
Okay.
about to check out on y'all.
Thanks
for coming in, man.
Invite me on the show. I'm about to make some other moves. And you know what, Joe, I see you in the morning. Candyce,
Yeah, man.
great to see you again. Marcus, you know what to do. Keep spinning them, keeping them party. We're going to hook up soon. And love everybody that came on to support. Thank y'all for having me as the first guest, for the season 6. And, hit me up anytime. Y'all know I love to pop in with my piece of 2
Have a good
biscuits and the
night.
gravy on the side.
There we go, man.
All right, man.
So love
Yep.
y'all, man. Keep it going.
So,
So
go ahead, Joe.
I don't get like so I understand like the I mean for as far as Super Bowl halftime shows go, was it the greatest ever? No, but it was fine. Like there was nothing to complain about. That's
No.
the part I don't.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I've never
enjoyed it.
seen
It's-
that many backup dancers at once. That had to be like 200 dancers.
Now the one way
Yep.
it could have been better is they should have had Shy Ronnie be the guest. That would have been hilarious.
Who's Shirani?
You don't ever saw that sketch that she did on SNL with Andy Samberg?
Mm-mm.
No.
You should Google it. It's funny.
Okay, I'll look it up. I've never seen it.
Basically, she's singing the hook for this guy who's supposed to be a rapper, but he's too shy to speak up. So he never says anything. And then he like pees his pants. She's like, "Oh no, no one can hear you." Like, and then all of a sudden, like she turns around and he starts rapping. But whenever she's there, he doesn't.
No, okay.
I was just
Shirani.
amazed at the synchronicity. Like you got 200 people synchronized on this, on the same step. That shit was amazing.
No,
I
they
wonder
did a great
how-
job.
They
How
always
much
do good with
practice
the extras. They
Well-
always do good with the extras on the halftime show.
The
But it's
production
never
was great
that
too, because
many.
It was
It's
that many
never that many.
last year. It was that many last year.
it really was like they were making a music video in front of you. That was the vibe they did, and that was
Last
pretty
year
cool.
was J-Lo and Shakira, right?
No,
Or was that
No.
the year
What
before last?
where have you been?
What damn Super Bowl you look at last
Wait a
year?
minute.
Last year was was one of the top 5 best Super Bowl halftimes ever.
Well, who was it last year?
It was Dre, Mary J. Blige, Eminem.
Oh, with 50
You just
hanging
said
down?
50 was hanging
With
under
50
there.
hanging down.
Yeah.
They did.
$1.50
Did they? I don't
cent was
remember.
hanging upside down.
Yeah,
They had
I remember. I remember.
extras. They had
Eminem was
like
there.
600 dudes crip walking.
Did they?
Yeah, when they started playing Snoop song, they had like 50 dudes crip. They had 50 dudes crip walking at one time, and then they played another song. They played when they started playing Changes.
I
And then they had a
guess,
whole
but I
bunch
do
of
remember
dudes.
that one. That was an amazing halftime show.
What's going on, Natasha?
All right, so the Super Bowl this year, how'd you feel, Joey?
About the game?
The game itself.
It was a good game.
It ended stupidly, and it lost me a lot of goddamn money.
It did not end stupidly. It ended accurately.
Did you
I
win?
thought
That-
it was.
No,
I
because
thought it
the Chiefs
delayed
didn't
the
throw
Rihanna
passes
concert.
to the running back.
Oh, okay.
I missed both of my parlays by one bet out of the bets.
I should like the first quarter. The parlay went up to like 9,000 to 1 for the Chiefs to win. After the Eagles
Patrick
scored,
Mahomes got hurt.
after the Eagles scored and Mahomes got hurt, and I was like, "Oh, I should bet right now." And I was like, "No, that's a stupid idea."
That's what I should have put the rest of my money on. Because when he got hurt, everybody was like, "Oh, well, that's it."
That's it.
But like he went into the locker room, said, "Fuck the needle, get the fuck away from me. I need to go tell these motherfuckers, hey, get your shit together. We're gonna go out there and beat them in the second half."
Yes, and he did it.
Yeah.
And I don't think anybody expected him to come back out with the fire he did, because they kept going back to the ankle. They kept going. The commentators all kept going, well, like, I don't think that ankle's a problem like we thought it was, because all of a sudden he pivot on it. What are you saying, Ken?
Is it me, or were the commercials unremarkable this year?
They were.
Like,
except for the bad ones.
What I do remember is that Serena Williams was in like 3, I think, at least 2, and I was like, good for her, still getting endorsement money like that.
Yeah, she did she stole what's his name's damn it, I forgot his name. The Any Given Sunday speech.
Was it just me, or she looked a little weird?
She always looks weird now.
She
Her
does.
face looks weird now, like it's off.
She did something.
She got
it.
some surgery done, bleaching
something.
and some other like contour stuff done to her face.
Yeah,
it just looks off.
But to see her in at least 2, I think 3 Super Bowl commercials, I was like, get money, sis, get money. I love it. But other than that,
she's not playing sports anymore, so she has time to do that.
I thought T-Mobile did well.
Which T-Mobile commercial was it?
They had 2. They had one with Bradley Cooper and his mom. That was kind of.
Oh yeah, that was a funny one.
That was
and then
really cute.
they had the one with Zach Braff and Donald Faison singing "Summer Lovin'" with John Travolta towards the end.
I didn't.
I didn't see that one.
Which wasn't that great in of itself, but just Donald Faison and Zach Braff were obviously having that much fun, and I appreciate. It's hard for me to watch those things where you see two actors or performers that are like obviously friends and they're having the best time. It's hard not to want to get on board with it. Like The Rock and Kevin Hart, anytime they're together,
makes sense.
Yeah, it just is. I'm down for it because it's gonna be fun.
It feels like that's what it's supposed to be.
Fun, yeah, like
it's fun.
Yeah.
So see, and you could tell that those two, like that was like a working with John Travolta on and doing that bit was like probably something they wanted to do for a long time. So, just knowing them from their style of humor, you all right over there?
I fainted. Hold
on. There were some ones that I thought were really questionable. The Crown Royal commercial, where David Grohl tried to tell us to thank Canada for peanut butter during Black History Month seemed
that pissed me off. You do not understand how much that commercial pissed me the fuck off.
At the very least, it was tone deaf.
That commercial pissed me all the way the fuck off. I like saw it and went, are they fucking serious right now?
Now they may have an argument based on what I looked up, but
no.
Why would you? Why would you go there?
Wait, are Canadians actually responsible for peanut butter?
The time frame of which, well, one, I read up on George Washington Carver, and of the uses for the peanut,
he never invented peanut butter.
Peanut butter was not listed among them, so he wasn't the inventor. There was a guy, the first, I think, patent for it was a Canadian guy in like 1867 or something.
Okay.
No, sorry, 1880 something, I think it was.
Slave owner. Pretty much a goddamn guarantee.
Hold on a second. Did they have slaves in Canada? I know this is a dumb question, but did they have slaves in Canada? I don't think they had slavery in Canada.
I want to say that too, but I just can't confirm.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I think slaves from the U.S. escaped to Canada. I don't think they had slavery in Canada.
You would think Canada would have a larger black population if that was the case.
Thank you. Only one up there is Drake. Fuck. And he's half white.
And he's half white.
only one black person escaped to Canada. That was Drake's grandpappy. The rest of his family stayed in Mississippi.
The other one that was like hilariously bad was before I forget, Tubi just went and got every kid smacked upside the head for no reason.
Which one was that? I didn't see the Tubi one.
Tubi had an ad where their whole ad was they showed the announcers for the Super Bowl, and then they showed like on the screen someone changing the smart TV over to the Tubi app.
Is that what was happening? I thought I sat on the remote. I was
everybody sat on the remote, and everybody that was in a room with a child yelled at their child.
That's funny as shit.
I looked and I was like, "Am I doing that?"
That's hilarious.
It was certainly clever.
Yes.
The Jesus ad was the worst.
I was about to say there was like 3 Jesus commercials. How did Jesus get so much airtime?
Jesus is popping in 2022.
But the ad first is just showing you, hey, look at these black and white people arguing with each other during the pandemic.
And it's like, Jesus can save us. I'm like, what?
And then it's like, Jesus brings us together, though. And I was just like, you do not understand how any of the
all
world
these
works.
Jesus commercials. Is that the Catholic Church? Like, who paid for
Not
those?
Catholics.
No, it's the conservative Christian groups.
They got
plenty
money.
of money.
Yeah.
They got Super Bowl ad time money like that?
Shit, yeah. My church has
It had
ad
to
time
be.
money.
It had to be white people because there's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way. No one else would be tone deaf enough to think that showing those images would arouse anything but rage.
No black mega church paid for that.
Nobody black watched that ad and went, you know, I really should forgive white people. Like that's not what that ad evoked at all.
There was one. Didn't they do an anti-driverless car ad too?
I didn't see that one.
Like there was one where like I had it on the background, so I was doing stuff and I was cooking in the kitchen, and I heard they were like driverless cars kill people. This car ran a stop sign of a school bus. This car is speeding through a school zone, and it's like, wait, are you all telling us not to buy this shit, or are you telling me they need to fix this shit? I don't know what the fuck to think about these damn cars.
Anti-Tesla ad.
Anti-Tesla ad. It was whoever hates Elon Musk put a bunch of ads together and said, fuck him.
Right.
Get another car.
There was the Ben Affleck working at Dunkin' Donuts for literally no reason.
My favorite one. You know I love J-Lo. That was really cute.
Of course it was your favorite.
That
had to be your favorite.
Of course. Even though they were fighting like a week ago on air.
They were fighting?
There's like a clip of them at an award show, and they were like having a moment of. J-Lo gave him the same look that Jada gave Will.
Oh shit, he about to go slap somebody. Did you see him? They were at some award show and like there was music playing and J-Lo was dancing and Ben was just disinterested and just standing there.
I don't want to hear this. They're happy.
No, they ain't.
Okay.
No,
They're
they
very
ain't.
happy.
Ain't nobody in Hollywood happy.
They weren't even happy in the ad. They weren't even.
They weren't playing a happy couple in the ad.
Somebody was like, somebody on Twitter was like, you cannot get me to believe that J-Lo eats donuts. I was like, yeah.
Oh, I did see the
them.
ad for the movie that Ben Affleck is making about the origination of the Jordan shoe.
Wait, stop. Speaking of movies, did you guys scream when you saw Michael Keaton as Batman again?
I didn't scream, but I was like, oh shit.
I was like, wait.
Yes!
I had to actually stop and figure out what ad I was watching.
Yeah, I didn't know what it was.
I don't know what was happening. And then I was like, oh, this is a Flash movie that's clearly terrible because I had to go get Michael Keaton to make it worth watching. Then I Googled
I will watch
Michael
it just
Keaton.
on the strength of Michael Keaton being Batman again. He was my favorite of all the Batmans.
Oh, he's the best Batman, period. But
Clooney was better. Bale, it goes
violence.
Bale, Clooney.
Clooney?
No,
Keaton
Keaton
was literally
and
the
then
worst
Bale.
Batman.
Keaton and then Bale and then Clooney.
Keaton's number one.
It goes
Yeah.
Bale.
As far as live action.
Bale, Clooney, Keaton. That's about top.
You put Keaton third after
Yeah.
Clooney. Okay, you're just.
That's all right. His
why are you doing
opinion clearly doesn't matter because it's flawed.
How's
Anyway,
my opinions flawed?
because George Clooney was Batman one time, and it was the worst Batman movie ever made.
But he was a convincing Batman to me.
No, he wasn't. That was why it was bad.
He was more convincing than the rest of them, I believe. But I'll let you all have your opinion.
Was he convincing because he
than
looked
Ben
at Chris
Affleck.
O'Donnell in the eye? He got lost in him.
They look like they were going to make out. Yes, that's what it's made it more realistic to me, because that's what they were doing in that cave. But did you see the Fast 10?
Oh, Jesus.
Jason Momoa was in that vault that they
course.
pulled down the street, and they smacked it with a car, and he ended up in the ocean,
And Jason
that's how he
Statham's
became
back.
Aquaman. I don't understand how the fuck this movie is supposed to work. I don't know
I
how
love the name
Aquaman.
of the person who just came in, the Black Steve Irwin. That's funny.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is. That's funny. But anyway, they gave Aquaman an origin story of he got bumped into the water by a car.
No, this is the premise of the movie.
Fast and the Furious 10 is just
Are they
A fucking mess.
still making those? Are they still
Yeah.
making those?
yes.
Didn't they?
You didn't see the
kill-
ad? That's what we're
Okay,
talking about.
most of the people got killed off in the movie. Some of them died in real life. Like, how are they still making this?
Well, only one died in real life.
Family.
Yeah, I mean, family. But only one died in real life. That was Paul Walker. The one who died, there was two that died in the movie. One got brought back to life by the CIA. And then
Didn't Michelle Rodriguez die in the movie?
no,
they're gonna
she came back to life.
They're going to keep making them until Tyrese has something else to do.
And Ludacris.
They're sending Tyrese to Mars with Elon Musk in this one. I think that's what they're going next.
Why
They sent them to space
do
already,
people
so it's like
keep paying to watch this? Like, when are y'all
I'll
going to
watch 'em.
stop? When are y'all going to
John
stop?
Cena was in the last one.
Because now it's at the point where they're becoming so bad that they're comical and they're entertaining because they're bad.
Yes.
So it went from like they were entertaining, and then it went to okay, they're entertaining, they're more actiony. This is getting out a little ridiculous, and then they were just terrible, and now they're getting so bad that it's like funny. So it's like it's good again, but not intentionally.
Here's the thing about the last one that was kind of interesting to me.
The Magnet Wars.
Yeah, that one was weird. But Tyrese had a whole 2 scenes telling that what their life is unrealistic.
They had a scene where they were like, "Didn't you just die?" And he was like, "I don't know. I guess not."
And then they pop up and they're like, "Hey, he's trying to break down the last 17 movies." And he's like, "Hey man, we've had cars blown up. We've had people shoot at us. We've dodged every type of bullet there's possible. We've fallen off cliffs. I don't know I don't think we can die. I don't think we can die." And they overlook at him and go, "Man, you stupid." And it's like it's the premise of the fucking movie.
It really is.
They can't die, and they just multiply.
They're trolling us now.
They get new friends every movie. Somehow their enemy becomes their friend in the next movie.
Yeah.
Every movie. Like, I don't know how does Jason Statham go from killing them in one movie to being on their team in the next, and it'd be okay because
I stopped watching that like the third one, so I have no clue what's going on.
You need to watch all of them together.
Charlize Theron in there at some point?
Yes, she was.
It actually has been. You can count how many bad ones there are, but how many she's been in, because every one that she's been in has been awful.
Yeah. Well, no, Hobbs and Shaw was pretty bad, and she wasn't in that.
I enjoyed Hobbs and Shaw.
I enjoyed it for a rock movie.
Yeah.
But it was a rock movie.
It just was a rocking. Like it just was like
it was a rock movie.
Hey, everything's broken and failing. You know what we need to do? Let's go to Samoa. Like that's let's go to the Rock's house, and then we're gonna go do some tribal shit.
Let's go see the Rock's
fight
mama.
These warriors. We're gonna fight these guys with guns with tribal shit.
Yeah. That was a difficult one to go through.
Uso.
Uso. It's like, huh? What? I don't understand these words. This is weird, but it keeps going. I don't know if it's gonna stop, Joey. Kandyce, I see you're bored. You're bored by the premise of it.
Time ago, it's ridiculous now. I saw one where like they were using the truck to like slow down a helicopter, like just some bullshit.
That was a Hobbs and Shaw.
That was Hobbs and Shaw.
That was that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were using the truck to slow down a helicopter. They were using a
tow truck.
To pull down a helicopter.
Like what?
On a minefield.
Lopez.
It was so stupid.
That they planted themselves. They were driving through a minefield that they planted themselves in a tow truck that was pulling a helicopter out of the sky because some poison that could get in the atmosphere was in Ha and Shaw's sister's hand. None of that made any fucking sense. I don't know who the fuck said this is gonna be it. This is gonna be fucking it.
And Idris Elba was like a cyborg for no reason. They just turned him off at the end.
It is the worst cyborg ever.
My God.
He was the worst.
Wait. Here's the thing. So when I saw the back to the Batman thing for a quick second.
Okay.
So when I saw Michael Keaton, I was like, how the fuck old is he? And then I saw Harrison Ford doing Indiana Jones 8, and I was like,
he's that old.
So we're doing that now.
Michael
Keaton is 70 goddamn years old.
What? No way. Really?
Yes, he is.
Yes. Secondly, I was yesterday years old when I found out that Michael Keaton isn't his real name.
What's his name?
It's not. No.
Michael Joe Douglas.
Why did he choose Keaton?
He's Kirk Douglas's brother.
Huh?
He's Kirk Douglas's brother.
No, he's.
Well, there already was a Michael Douglas.
Yeah, Kirk Douglas's dad.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Kirk Douglas's son.
His son? I thought it was his
So
dad.
wait,
Kirk was the dad.
Okay.
Kirk was the original Hollywood actor.
Michael Keaton is 70. Harrison Ford's got to be close to 80, right? Like 70.
He's got to be.
Yeah.
Harrison Ford's. I'm gonna Google this and find out that Harrison Ford isn't his real name either. Why?
Harrison Ford's got to be. I'm gonna guess like 77 or 78.
It's Steven Chevrolet.
Right? He's 80. He's literally 80.
He's 80 years old.
Yep.
He didn't need to do this movie.
He was born in 1942.
He was born during Reconstruction.
He is 80 years old doing an action film. Good for him.
Indiana Jones.
Wow. Most of that's got to be the body double. Like he can't be doing too much.
He's in pretty good shape still.
Yeah, but
I mean, he's
to be doing stunts? I don't think so.
He's a young 80. He doesn't look 80.
He doesn't look 80, no. And Michael Keaton definitely doesn't look 70. Now, you only saw half of his face in the Batman mask.
Michael Keaton looks 70 if you see his whole body.
If you see him, he looks 70.
I don't even think that was him. I think that was a CGI thing.
Well, you know, they
who looks really old.
They have that,
And I never expected to.
technology that, like, makes you younger. They use it on Bobby De Niro.
The thing they used it on what's his name? Mark Hamill in the Star Wars show.
Yeah.
In the Mandalorian.
Yeah, but it's like anti-aging technology or something. Yeah.
Yeah, it's de-aging. But I don't think I'm going to see any of those movies. I know I'm going to see Fast 10. I got to see Furious 10.
That's the one he has to see.
I got to see Furious 10. I got to see Furious 10 because I got to see what the fuck they're going to do with Tyrese this time. Because he has no purpose in this movie. He has zero purpose in this movie. There's no reason for Tyrese to be there.
Why is Ezra Miller still allowed to be in movies?
Which one's Ezra Miller?
He's the they that kept like getting arrested for like fucking up resorts and whatever the fuck else he was doing. He kept going, "Oh, I'm sorry, I have a sugar imbalance," and then he was.
It's
sorry. They would have a sugar imbalance.
They have a sugar imbalance. Oh man, it's getting late, Joe.
Yeah, I was gonna
say
I gotta go, y'all.
All right. Well, Kandyce, again, congratulations.
Thank you.
We are very, very happy for you. I was definitely digging your pictures on Instagram. I mean, the DJ Marcus is not afraid to go hello when it's necessary.
I'm gonna have more. So we had the professional photographer's pictures take like 3 weeks to come back. So I'll be hitting y'all with more wedding pictures probably next month.
Okay. Are you gonna do another wedding?
No. We barely did a wedding. This time was very small. Like I'll tell you guys about it privately, but there wasn't really much. It looks like a lot because we took a bunch of pictures and there were different events, right? So there was the main wedding, then there was the Muslim wedding, and then we had a dinner and a brunch. So there's all these different events, but the wedding part was very, very small.
So it was like a wedding festival.
Yeah. There was 4 different events for the wedding because everybody.
You know how I know it was very small, Joey? You know how I could really tell it was very small?
Why?
there was not an invite in my mailbox or yours to come to said wedding. We've been here since before.
We got married.
Since before the other times.
Yeah. Yeah.
I met
we got married.
We were happy for you. Don't think the love we have for you is not spreading to the happy union that you had, but you didn't invite us, so I don't know how to feel about that personally. We got married just at the courthouse, but my entire immediate family and his immediate family came as well. So when you see pictures, you'll see a bunch of people, and it looks like it was an event, but we just got married at the courthouse. And then we got married again at the mosque for the Muslim ceremony. And then we had the dinner, and then we had the brunch. So there was 4 events, and then we're gonna have another private ceremony for just the 2 of us when we go on our honeymoon.
Oh.
What kind of ceremony?
Just like an elopement, kind of a small thing for just the 2 of us.
They will get an elopement role play on their honeymoon. Leave it alone.
It's like, okay, y'all can get married again on the honeymoon? Okay.
Yeah, we're going to do like another little thing for just the 2 of us.
That's what they really wanted to do,
exactly.
But their families wouldn't forgive them.
Yeah.
So the role play.
That was family pressure, yeah.
He made
in a chapel.
I didn't want to tell anyone. I wanted us to just go to court and get married, and then we were going to tell everybody the next day, oh, yeah, by the way, you guys, we got married yesterday. And he was like, we have to tell people. Like, we can't do that. We have to tell. So he made me tell our family, and then they all showed up.
Yeah, I was planning. I was trying to.
That's my nightmare.
I was trying to decide a wedding situation, and I was like, yeah, you know what? It'll be really simple. We'll just go to the courthouse. And my girlfriend was like, no, we'll have a wedding. And I was like, who's paying for this wedding? Because here's the thing. If you want, these are my demands.
Not your demand.
That I recently made. Okay, if you want a wedding, and you want this big fancy ring. You have to pay all these bills. Because where's this money coming from that I'm paying for this wedding and this ring? I ain't got no extra.
I did want my ring. I got that, but I did not want a full wedding. Like, I just didn't. I didn't want any of that. I just wanted the 2 of us to just go get married and then tell everybody like the next week. like that's what I wanted us to do.
Our goal was to put the whole wedding budget into the house.
Yeah, and I did read up on it, and it says increasingly people are foregoing the traditional large wedding and doing something smaller or just
it's a con.
Yeah,
it's a long con.
Because it's just the cost of a wedding. The average cost of a wedding these days, the average cost is like $50,000. That's the average, right? So if you want to have
Ruins Everything did that whole
and all kinds
episode.
of shit like that, huh?
Yeah. Adam Ruins Everything did that whole episode about weddings and exposed the whole thing.
Oh.
The whole long con.
Because again, diamonds don't cost that much, but we make them expensive. Yeah. And where the tradition of 3 months of my salary going on your hand for the rest of your life makes 0 sense. Because I ain't got it. I ain't gonna lie to you, I ain't got it.
Well, you know, if that's what you do, things to make people happy that you love. So if your bride wants that, then you should try to give that to her. I did not want it at all, so I'm good to go.
That should be a litmus test for your bride. If she wants stones that lose 90% of their value the minute that you take it out of the box, then yeah, that ain't the one for you.
I wanted to spend the bulk of our money on having a super nice honeymoon. That's what I wanted to do. I didn't want to spend all this money on feeding and entertaining all of my family and his family. I wanted to spend that money on myself.
What about your cousins? Fuck my cousins. They don't know me.
What about Aunt Jean? Aunt Jean kissed his ass. I'm going to the beach. We're going to Morocco. Fuck her. Fuck her and fuck them.
I'm saying I wanted to spend our money on us and not on other people. Now, that may be selfish, but that's how I wanted to do it. So we're going to have a super nice honeymoon, and we had a very small wedding.
All right.
That's awesome.
Again, congratulations, Kandyce. Many, many happy years of wedded bliss. You and your husband. Now husband. Can't say your man no more. That's your husband.
Yep.
There's titles now. You are Mrs. Kandyce. So, I can't look at you any other way than your name gets changed on my phone. Whenever.
Just like Jalen Mrs. Hurts, who threw the saddest Hail Mary I've ever seen.
Wasn't it
Jalen Hurts
awesome to have 2 black quarterbacks in the Super Bowl?
It
was
would
amazing.
if the other one was good as well. But
Jalen Hurts is good.
Jalen Hurts is trash.
Wow.
Why are we giving him credit for QB sneaks? He only scores touchdowns when he's sandwiched between 2 large men.
Okay, by definition, he can't be trash. He is a black quarterback in the NFL in the Super Bowl. He would never have gotten that position if he was trash.
Yes, he would have, because the Eagles roster is loaded. They stacked that roster. They had to trade for 4 first-rounders from other teams to get the team good enough to get him there.
All right, I have to go.
Okay, Joe.
Guys, have a good night.
All right. We're going to get out of here too, man.
All right.
It's been fun, Joey. It's been our first, man.
Yeah.
I think it came together pretty good.
We hit a lot of notes today.
And you know what I want to say, Joey?
What's that?
I'm going to say it again. Even if it was just you and me, okay? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Joey. Why are you staring at me like that?
I had blocked it out of my memory till you brought it up again.
Now you sad? Don't be sad. Accept the apology and move forward. That's what we do, Joey.
I'm not. I'm an Aquarius. I hold grudges.
Really gonna hold a grudge against me? Your sole black friend? your ride or die black friend? You're gonna hold a grudge against me, Joey? It's Black History Month. You are destined to forgive me. I don't care how you got it, Joey. You have to. You have to for Black History.
Remember what we said before about comedy?
It's 90% tragedy?
It's tragedy plus time. We just need some time.
So that was the tragedy, and now I have to wait the time?
Yes.
For this to be a funny situation again?
Yes.
Gotcha. All right, I feel you on that one. Oh, man, we done. We can get out of here, man.
Yep.
We're going to do it next Monday?
Yes, I believe so.
Next Monday, we should be good. Another good episode.
We'll have some fun news to report. So tomorrow we have our Valentine's Day show at Public Bar Live.
Public Bar.
That's a great one. Come out. Don't miss it. Anthony Oakes is featuring Apple Brown Betty's headlining. They did a whole video promo. It's over on comedyshowsnearme.dc. Go check it out.
Who's hosting that show?
I believe it's being hosted by none other than the dude in the corner, Clarence Nixon.
Awesome show.
And then Thursday, we also have a show at McGinty's Public House.
Are you putting it up?
I'm trying to remember who's on the lineup because it doesn't change so many times.
It has changed a couple times.
But we have Clarence is going to be hosting that one as well. We also have Camilo Diaz back featuring, and Patrice DeVoe coming back to headline that one.
That should be good.
Yeah, and the return of Ryan Lena to the podcast.
To the show.
Excuse me. And then, guess what? It's the 3rd Saturday of the month. Dave and Buster's, baby.
Yeah. What else we doing, man? Okay. So are we doing anything special this time, Joey? Because I think it's a good show this time.
I think we just have a really fucking good show. Al Williams is hosting.
Awesome.
We got Joe Papalardo on this one. Clarence Nixon. Ashley Pontius, Candace Saunders, and Maria Sanchez is headlining.
That sounds like a stacked fucking show right there.
At Arundel Mills, Dave and Buster's on Saturday.
Arundel Mills, Dave and Buster's?
That's right.
I've been there.
What's going on, Mocha D?
It's going to be a great show.
We'll wrap it up, but we'll be back next Monday around the same time.
Yes, we will.
8:30-ish.
Around 8:30, between 8:15 and 8:30.
All right.
Somewhere in there, we'll be back. But we are the Dot Comedy team, and we will see you next time. More fun and more thrills on the Dot Comedy Podcast. Hit the arrow?
You're going to press the X.
The X or the arrow?
X.
The X closes it. The arrow sends it off.
No, usually the exit so it ends, and then you can do stuff.
Okay, so I hit the X.